Alright, so we need to come up with a name for this podcast.
What are you thinking?
I don't really think.
Let's just turn the levels up here. No, it's a bit better. Right. Podcast names.
Cereal box.
Cereal box. Your cereal box.
Yeah, it's just cereal
What's
box.
that got to do with Atten?
I don't know what's that got to do with that.
Alright, man. Cereal box. Okay. What about Bendy Dubes?
Bendy Dubes. Oh, and we always smoke Bendy Dubes.
Yeah, so before every podcast, we roll a dube and then just mangle it, just stand on it,
Yeah, just
chew on it a little bit.
We need to come up with other names though. What about the Floor Master General podcast?
Floor Master General podcast, weekly 2-minute podcast. Okay, that's
Floor-
not bad. I like
That's a
that.
Contender.
Definitely.
What was
Try to
it again?
remember it. Yeah. Well, we have it recorded.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We just listen to our own
Yeah.
podcast to find out what we said. What else? Alright, what about oh no, I'm blind.
Oh no, I'm blind.
Yeah. Just the phrase that someone says, just at the realization that they can't see anymore.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, that's dark.
Sorry, man, it was Bogart in the joint.
Oh,
What about the Bogart podcast?
no, Bogart things. Nah.
No,
Nah.
270s.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. What about Sleeveen Central? Sleeveen Central, man.
What about your man Jan and the Scran and the Scran man? Your man Pam and the Scran man.
Why?
Oh man, it's a good name. You're the Scran man.
The Scran man.
Yeah, you cook all the food.
Oh shit! Yeah, I do. I've had this joint for ages.
Thank you. It's
What
less
about-
bendy now.
What about I've had this joint for ages? Podcast, weekly, 2-minute long podcast.
What
We-
about
we-
these goggles are hurting my face podcast?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a contender. Right, what was it? Floor Master General. What was your one?
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
I can't remember. We haven't recorded. Yeah, we
it.
can listen back. I think it's a pretty unique idea to have like a 2-minute podcast. It's something you don't really see. I think for a reason.
Yeah.
Like podcasts don't really get slated enough for like having no work effort put into them. You set
Because
up
it's so
some-
easy.
Yeah, you just set up a mic. Like this took us 10 seconds
Yeah,
to set
like
up.
we just decided to do this, like, and we just done it straight away.
So I think like 2-minute podcast, it's probably the lowest budget and time consuming
Yeah.
process of making any sort of content, if you can call it content.
100%.
So what are we gonna go with?
Your one was really good.
What one was that?
I don't know.
The oh no, I'm blind, or the these goggles are squeezing my face?
Oh,
It's a
my
bit
God.
long.
What about Sleeveen Central though?
What about
Bus Cakes.
what about the
United?
what about just the toe rags?
The Toe Rags.
Toe rags pretty good.
Toe Rags is pretty good, man.
Just the toe rags podcast.
The two Toe Rags.
The two toe rags, yeah, like the two Ronnies, but
The
well,
two toe
couple
rags.
toe rags, yeah.
Or the
there you go, man.
the Outer Space Fanatic Uncle Disco Forehead Manager Cake Biscuits.
It's a bit long, man. It's a bit long.
Podcast.
I don't know if that would work. I can't remember half of that.
Yeah, neither can
I don't even think if we listen back to the recording, we'll get most of that.
No. But like, what about Adam Sandler is actually good podcast,
The podcast. Nah,
and it has no.
we can't have his name. He'll sue us. He'll sue us. He'll see it.
Madam Mandler.
Saddam Mantler. The Saddam Mantler podcast.
Cradham Crantler.
Adam the Adam Adams podcast.
Fucking, what about syrup soup sandwiches, socks? I don't know.
What about the Perspex Rolex podcast?
Ooh, yeah,
That's not bad.
that's not bad. That's actually really good.
Yeah, do you want to go with that? The Perspex Rolex podcast. and we're cheap cunts. That's why we only do a 2-minute podcast.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. What
Alright.
was it again? Oh, Perspex Rolex.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to the weekly Perspex Rolex podcast. We'll be back next week with probably less content. Oh, pass the start joint.